Hello and welcome back to Sorare Assist. So today guys, we're going to continue our series of videos regarding Soccerverse, which is a football manager game where you can also be an agent as well, a club owner, and many other roles on this fantastic web-free game. Today we're going to be going through the agent role. So this is where you're a player agent. I'm going to give you all the details on this role today. If you like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you want to get involved with Soccerverse, there is a link in the description below. Okay then guys, let's get started then and learn all about the agent role on Soccerverse. So agents are the link between the club, managers and players. Just like in real life, agents are responsible for contracts of players, transfers and the player morale. And they of course need to keep the influencers happy by maximising their payouts. Agents get paid 0.002% of the player's weekly wage. The higher the rating of a player, the higher the agent's wage is. If a new contract is signed with the player's higher rating, you can check the agent's page by visiting the relevant player page and then clicking on the playouts tab that I'm on here. As you can see, it shows here the agent's wages here. Players you are currently an agent for can be seen when going to your profile. Clicking the career tab and choosing the agent sub tab afterwards. So if I just go to my home page here guys, I'll show you how to do this. So this is my manager profile. Then if I scroll down here to player influence, I'll just click on that. And as you can see, these are the players that I've got influence in at the moment. Look, some of these players are young up-and-coming talents that you may recognise. So how do you become an agent then? So any influencer with 50,000 or more influence in a player can propose an agent for that player. To propose an agent, you can go to the player's profile page, click on votes, and then you will see a menu where you've got the propose agent button. You can then click this button and type in the user you wish to propose an agent for that player in the pop-up that follows. Click the button and type in the user you wish to propose as agent for that player in the pop-up window. Votes menu for that player will now show that the agent proposed period has started. It lasts for 24 hours, and during those 24 hours, an influencer with 50,000 or more influence can propose a different candidate. After 24 hours have passed and all candidates have been proposed, the voting for who the agent for that player starts and lasts for 3 days. The proposal box is now deactivated and the voting has started appears in the box next to it. The time will tell you when the voting will be over. Click the vote button next to your preferred candidate to place your vote. After placing your vote, the vote button for the candidate you have voted for is inactive, indicating whom you have voted for. All of the vote buttons are active and you can change your vote as often as you wish until the voting is over. The user with the most votes at the end of the voting period will automatically be the agent for that player afterwards. This will show when you visit a player's profile overview, and as you can see, it's shown here. You can become the agent for multiple players, including players under contract at the club you manage. As previously stated, agents are the link between managers and players. Besides having to stay in touch with managers and player influencers, you have a task box in the contract tab of the player's profile. While this looks basic and is quite a simple process, the implication of what the agents set here are potentially lead somewhat chaotic scenarios and heated discussions between agents and managers. We'll give you a little bit more example of the two scenarios shortly. So here we go then. So transfer eligibility then. So here you can set if the player is available for a transfer by ticking the respective box. By default this is set to yes. When you set this to no, the manager of the club is not able to put the player up for auction and the player stays with the club until the contract runs out. And the player will leave for free and get added to the free bench at the end of the contract. The possibility to set the transfer eligibility for the player provides the agent with a strategic tool which can use to leverage in negotiations with managers about the future of the player and for maximising the payouts of the influencers. You've also got the contract renewal section here as well. So this is another tool for agents when shaping the coming years for his player and communicating with club managers. By default, the he wishes to renew contract option is set to yes. When you set it to no, the manager is not able to renew the contracts of this player. The player will keep his contract as long as he is with the club or until he is sold, which you can of course prevent by ticking the no box for the transfer eligibility. There's also got the desired contract section here as well. So here you can set how many seasons the new contract for the player should be run for. By default this is set to 2 seasons. Once you've set everything according to your wishes, click the submit button here and the settings will be saved. Put pressure on the player's managers, you can change the player's morale. To do so, visit the player's profile overview. Here's his morale here. And when clicking on the face icon, a pop-up will open. From here, you can change the morale from high to neutral or low. A neutral profile has no consequences and can be interpreted as a warning to the manager that the player, and therefore his agent, is not particularly happy, and the manager should contact the agent to see what the issue is. Setting the morale to low reduces the player's rating by 10% when he plays, and the manager should take immediate action and contact the agent to find a solution. The power of agents then. So let's have a look at some example scenarios. You are the agent of an older player who is starting to decline, but still has a 90 rating in a 4-year contract and is the best player in the club in Soccerverse. But with the latest rating update, the rating of this player drops to 85 due to his age. For you as an agent and for the influencers, this is no issue for the time being, since contract is a contract and thus the player will still get paid for his 90 rating. The club's manager is of course not happy having to pay 90 rated wages to an 85 rated player. He contacts you to talk about the renewal with the new lower rating. Smart as you are, you set the transfer eligibility as well as the contract renewal option to no, so the manager can A, not sell the player, and B, not renew the player's contract. He is stuck with this player and his high-paying contract. You start negotiating with the manager but can't find an acceptable solution. The manager goes on not to let this player see any minutes on the pitch anymore, always putting him in extras, resulting in the influencers not getting any bonus payouts for starting lineups, goals, assists, etc. He gave you some of your own medicine. This is a lose-lose situation for the involved parties. You need to return to the negotiating table to find a way out of this mess you have created. There's also another scenario. You're now the agent of a young and upcoming player whose rating is just increased from 70 to 76 with 3 years remaining on his contract. The manager can be very happy about this because he only has to pay 70 rated wages for a 76 rated player. You as the player's agent and the other influencers are not happy, of course, because you are losing out on payouts. You ask the manager about a contract renewal for the new rating, but he rejects. You as the agent open your toolbox and now set the player's morale low, resulting in the player losing 10% of his rating when he plays. For the manager, his 76 rated player is now only a sub 69 rated player, for which he pays 70 rated wages. This again is a lose-lose situation for both of you and you need to find a solution. Whatever the solution is in both scenarios, look like, keep in mind that your duty as an agent is to maximise the payouts for the influencers. If you are stubborn and not willing to make compromises, when necessary, the influencers might look to replace you with a different agent. On the other hand, if you are doing one hell of a job as a player agent, you might get appointed as an agent for other players as well. These two example scenarios show how Soccerverse is not a one-man show, but a combined effort of multiple involved parties with the possible conflicts of interest. Find a solution and make compromises is a big part of Soccerverse and only adds to the social aspects of the game and of course makes it a bit more like real world football. So guys, that was all the information on becoming an agent and what sort of tasks you will be involved with when you are an agent as well of a player. And it does sound like it's very familiar to the sort of real world scenarios that agents would come across when they are player agents or when the player's not when one of their players is not playing for the club or getting starting minutes, that sort of thing. You can see where it is very similar to real life, and then you have to negotiate with the club and the manager and that sort of thing to resolve the differences. Really interesting aspect, this, guys, and I don't think there's any other game out there that does offer this sort of gameplay where you can be a player agent. So really interesting. Okay guys, that was it for this video. Learned all about agents today. I will have some more videos coming up, the next one being regarding influence. So make sure you stick around, subscribe to the channel to learn more about this fantastic platform that I am now playing. So this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you do want to get involved with Soccerverse, there is a link in the description below. You can become a player agent today and start doing some wheeling and dealing with some of the managers of various clubs from the Soccerverse world. Okay guys, thanks for watching as always. I'll see you again on the next one.